The latest on the race for the White House. Kamala Harris and her running mate Tim Walz and Donald Trump's running mate J.D. Vance are all hitting the same battleground states, which could ultimately decide the election. Selina Wang is on the scene for us in Detroit, where Harris and Walz held a rally last night. Good morning, Selina.
Hey, good morning, Lindsay. The Harris and Trump campaigns are battling to win the Midwest, but while Harris and Walz are crisscrossing through these battleground states, Donald Trump has been staying at home, instead sending his running mate J.D. Vance to chase after them. Overnight, the Harris and Trump campaigns holding dueling events in must-win battleground states.
Good evening, Detroit!
It's a beautiful day here in Shelby Township.
Vice President Kamala Harris and her new running mate, Minnesota Governor Tim Walz, crisscrossing the Midwest together. Drawing 15,000 supporters in Detroit, her largest crowd yet, and tearing into the Trump campaign, even as she called off chants of lock him up.
Hold on. You know what? Here, hold on. Here's the thing. The courts are going to handle that. We're going to beat them in November.
But Harris facing her first handful of protesters, repeatedly interrupting her with calls for a ceasefire in Gaza.
You know what? If you want Donald Trump to win, then say that. Otherwise, I'm speaking.
Hours earlier in Wisconsin, as State President Biden won by just 20,000 votes, Harris riding the momentum of their new campaign.
Make your voices heard.
But with every stop, Trump's running mate, J.D. Vance, not far behind.
I just wanted to check out my future plane.
At one point, even overlapping on the tarmac in Wisconsin.
There are 6 or 7 states that are going to decide the entire election. We think it's important to get out there to talk to people to make the best case that we can.
While Vance is on the road chasing Harris and Walz, Trump is at home, holding only one rally later this week in Montana, instead sending Vance to be his attack dog. Vance accusing his new opponent of lying about his military service, seizing on this moment.
And we can make sure that those weapons of war that I carried in war is the only place where those weapons are at.
What was this weapon that you carried into war, given that you abandoned your unit right before they went to Iraq? Do not pretend to be something that you're not.
Walz served in the Army National Guard for 24 years and has never claimed to have seen active combat. The Harris campaign not addressing Walz's comments that he carried a gun in war, saying only that he carried, fired, and trained others to use weapons of war innumerable times. Adding that Walz would never insult or undermine any American service to this country. In fact, he thanked Senator Vance for putting his life on the line for our country. Walz ignoring Vance's attacks on the trail, instead firing up the crowd.
I haven't slept in 24 hours. You know why? We'll sleep when we're dead. We'll sleep when we're dead.
Harris and Walz are canceling their planned stops to North Carolina and Georgia today because of the storms, but later this week they head to Arizona and Nevada. Harris and Walz are hoping to ride this new jolt of enthusiasm all the way until the election.
All right, Selina Wang, thank you.